Today I'm going to talk about mobile air conditioning. You may not know this, but in Europe alone, in the EU alone, there's about 10 to 12 million cars sold per annum, all with basically an air conditioning system in them for cooling in the summer. What you don't know, most people don't know, is that inside you've got a refrigerant powering those air conditioning systems called HFO 1234IF, which is a synthetic refrigerant. Yes, it has a low global warming, but the problem with HFO 1234IF is not about the global warming, it's about its decomposition products. And what we found out is that, 1234IF leaks out of these air conditioning systems about 10% per annum. Okay, so as you're driving around, it's leaking up into the atmosphere, and it's going up locally into the atmosphere, and it's TFA, it's decomposing directly into TFA, and then coming back down as a forever chemical known as PFAS, which is being regulated this decade in Europe. Basically, PFAS refrigerants are going to be banned this decade across multiple industries. What I want to highlight here is that this should also be the case in cars, and the sooner the better. Why? Because, do the maths, you got 10 to 12 million cars on the road coming every year. So before any action really happens with regard to PFAS, 2027, 2028, that's 50 plus million new cars being introduced into the European market with 1234IF in them and leaking into the atmosphere and coming back down as a forever chemical. That's a problem that we need to deal with. Now for the good news. There's an alternative to 1234IF. It's actually called CO2. And I've got actually a car here. This is part of the Volkswagen Group, the ID platform, the electric vehicle platform that's across multiple different cars and models and brands. So there'll be other brands using this platform in the future as more and more cars go electric across Europe. And guess what? Inside is a CO2 air conditioning system and heat pump. It's commercially available. To date, there have been close to 500,000 sold across Europe and projected to have 5+ million by 2027, 2028. It's great. It's great to see that there's an alternative today, but clearly it's not enough when you compare that to 50 million, because the damage is being done on the other side. But it's great to see that this stuff, it's not in a lab, it's actually commercially available. I've been driving this car. You can buy one, an ID2, or an ID3, an ID4, soon an ID2, all with a CO2 air conditioning system inside. So now I'm going to show you what's actually inside, and you'll see it's not rocket science. So, open the hood. So what's inside? Well, the good news here is the first thing you see is R744, which is for CO2 as a refrigerant, and GWP of 1, global warming potential of 1. Can't get better than that. So that's great to see. So what actually do you see inside? Well, you got here in the back, pointing there, you got some of the valves for the heat pump here in the back. And then basically the only other thing that you see that's visible to the naked eye is the compressor down here, CO2 compressor. Okay, and that's basically it. And then you got the heat exchangers front and the back and all the piping in between. So that's basically it. Not rocket science, commercially available. So inside the car, nothing revolutionary. You just press your climate control button here. And then, you can adjust the fan, temperatures on either side. Like in any standard air conditioning system, right? And similarly, here, one of the big advantages of CO2 over 1234IF is the faster pull down. When it's high temperatures outside and the car is hot and you want to get down, you want to reduce the temperature faster to be more comfortable when driving, the pull down will be faster with CO2. All right, I'm turned off. Not rocket science, very normal car, standard.